Florida State loses a player just 2 weeks before the season. Conrad Hussey dismissed from the team. And then reports came out later from CBS Sports that he got into a physical altercation with a coach and then was kicked off the team. Listen, Tony White had come out and just the day before or 2 days before talked about how guys need to like step their what's up. And I try not to swear at the beginning of videos, but the end of it, I guess, is a little bit better. But shortly after that, somebody stepped up, but they didn't step up, I guess, in the right way. Fighting a coach and then getting kicked off the team. Listen, I talked a lot about. I took the lead on the last one. Thoughts here?
Yeah, no, I just think it's happened before at Florida State, at other schools. It is what it is. It sucks because I do think Conrad was a really talented individual, and he could have made a huge contribution to Florida State in the future, even as early as this year. But you don't go after a coach. I've seen that, like even in high school, I've seen players go after coaches. You're never going to come out on top on that. It sucks. I wish nothing but the best for Hussey, but it does suck for Florida State too, because I do think he was a very, very talented player that could have made a contribution this year, next year. But yeah, like it's hard not to laugh. Like, I'm sorry, like TJ, I'm going to laugh at this a little bit, but yeah, just a lapse in judgment, which is probably what Mike Norvell said. Well, if you're going to do that in this moment, what are you going to do, when things are really, when your back's up against the wall in a game? So I get why it happened. I don't blame him. Things get heated. Listen, I've gotten fights with during preseason camp in high school football. Like it happens, but you can't do it with a coach in front of people and expect to have no consequences. So again, it sucks, but I do wish him nothing but the best.
You've got less than a week to enter for free FSU Alabama tickets. Go to t1rx.com/pages/FSU Bama Tix, TIX, and we are giving away 2 tickets to be announced on next week's live show, Sunday at 6 p.m. No purchase is necessary. You just sign up with your name and info, and you're good to go. You're entered to win. T1RX, we appreciate their support a ton. It's a great spot for your men's health and vitamins and supplements. Go check them out. No purchase necessary. Just go register to win 2 tickets to FSU Alabama. You can get an additional entry by booking a consultation with them if you're concerned at all about your health, whether that's just a general consultation, if it's for weight loss, if it's for hormone replacement therapy that we've talked about before, whatever you're looking for, they'll take care of you there as well. No cost for an additional consultation. Make sure that you go check them out, enter to win those tickets, and hopefully we'll see you there at Doak. Yeah, talent was through the roof. I think you'd like to have him on your roster. There's no doubt about that. It is a loss from that perspective. I think you also kind of look at, man, what's the buy? I've heard some things that, maybe make me think that this wasn't the biggest deal, because I don't know that Hussey was all the way bought in. And I know a lot of people will ask, well, what about Shyheim and this, that, and the other? Was this who Tony White was referring to? I think that at the end of the day, you lost talent, but I don't know how much you were relying on that talent anyway. I don't know that Hussey was I think he was maybe penciled in as a starter. I don't know that he was your bona fide starter for 12 games this year, unless he had really kind of turned things around. From an attitude standpoint, I had heard things like he hadn't gotten along super well with some people there within the building. And so, it sucks because it's just another storyline for FSU. That said, season starts in 13 days. So whatever, you just move on and people forget about stuff. But yeah, it's not great anytime you have this happen. And yeah, you have to have a zero tolerance policy. And that's clearly what Florida State had here. And maybe don't fight coaches, man. Fight somebody else. I think you could get away with a fight with another player. I think a fight with a coach is
it happens every year, every school.
Yeah. Fighting a coach is a bit much. Maybe not the best look for the coach either. But at the end of the day, the buyout for Hussey's a little bit lower than it is for.
I just want to know who won the fight.
Hussey, I don't know either. I don't know the answer to that. But he lost even if he won the battle, he lost the war by now not playing football anywhere in 2025. So anyway, all right, that's all I've got for the day. We